Episode 14, Scottish Social Credit versus Chinese Social Credit. It is often assumed that social credit refers exclusively to the totalitarian reward and punishment system recently introduced by the Chinese government. But that assumption is false. As a matter of fact, the original social credit was a set of philosophical, economic, political, and historical ideas that were developed by the British engineer Major Clifford Hugh Douglas. C.H. Douglas began writing on social credit themes in 1917 and continued to do so until his death in 1952. He published many articles and books, gave speeches, sat before government banking inquiries in several Commonwealth countries, spoke before the King of Norway, and travelled the world sharing his clarion call for monetary and social reform. This Scottish social credit, Douglas was a Scotsman, is not only different from the Chinese social credit, in many ways, it can rightly be considered as its very opposite. Whereas the Chinese social credit uses monitoring and scoring to reward or punish citizens for their behaviour in relation to state policies and objectives, the original Scottish social credit advocated for changes to the financial, economic and political systems for the purpose of enfranchising the common man. The citizens were to effectively sanction businesses, governments and authorities in general, so that deviations from the common good could be punished and society would have the best chance of being preserved from corruption. The Douglas social credit movement reached a high point in the interwar period. Journals and conferences abounded, and many luminaries came out in favour of Douglas's ideas. Social credit governments were even elected in the Canadian provinces of Alberta and British Columbia. Sadly, every attempt that was made to introduce aspects of Douglas's monetary reform proposals was thwarted by higher authorities. With the passage of time, Scottish social credit has been cast down the proverbial Orwellian memory hole, to the extent that, if you were to mention the word social credit to anyone living in Canada today under 60, they would either not recognise the term or would confuse it with the Chinese system. This series of videos has been prepared in order to help retrieve Douglas's genius and to rehabilitate his analyses and proposals. The latter are more relevant now than they were when Douglas first introduced them. The increasing societal chaos that we see all around us is exactly what Douglas predicted would happen if we did not rectify the financial system in the public interest. We invite you to do your part, spread knowledge of Scottish social credit as the West's best answer to Chinese social credit by sharing this series of videos widely, especially on social media. Thank you. This animated series was sponsored by the Clifford Hugh Douglas Institute for the Study and Promotion of Social Credit. For more information on Douglas Social Credit, please visit socred.org or socialcredit.com.au. Be sure to like this video and please subscribe to our channel.